All right, what's cracking? What's cracking? First episode, new podcast. I'm some guy. We got my cousin right here, JayMan J. Say what's up to
What
the
up?
people.
What up?
So yeah, we've been talking about this for a while. It's been in the making. We finally picked a name. That shit took about fucking 7 to 10 business days for us to do it for some reason. But like, so welcome to Roast with Friends. First episode. Like I said, we not gonna really roast each other. We tend to roast other people, but but
Yeah,
nah,
we gonna have to roast each other if it's
yeah,
called roast with friends, but we gonna save that little later on.
yeah. So so for this podcast, we're gonna talk about a lot of different things. We got some episodes set up to do like sort of a memorial for one of our homeboys who just passed away, just to help keep his memory alive. So we want to tell some of the stories that only our friend group would know, and
Yep.
just get that out there. In his memory, we gotta host the deep topics we want to talk about, and some lighthearted ones too, and some bullshit. And then whatever we hit our stride, whatever. But I go by some guy 125. The reason why I picked that is because as I'm up in age, I'm not trying to really argue with people or beef with people. So I just a reminder that, hey, dude, like whatever my opinion is, I'm just some guy on the internet. So it ain't that
Mm-hmm.
serious. Like
Never is.
yep. Like my cousin said, it's never it is. But you want to tell them something about yourself, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's your boy J-Man. Anybody that knows me knows I've kind of been doing content for a while. Took a long break, but I had
Yeah,
to hold YouTube and skits, song parodies, a little bit of rapping, music videos. So I'm just excited to get the creative juices going again. Um, Basically, what our podcast is going to be about, we're just going to be the talking a lot of shit. Obviously, it's called Roast with Friends. We're going to roast people, roast situations, roast each other, roast our friends.
yeah,
But what's funny about this podcast that we're going to make it a little bit different is we want to bring up like really challenging and tough topics for men, especially like in the Black community. It's really tough for men to like talk about their feelings, what they're going through, mental health and suicide, stuff like that. So we want to bring up some really challenging topics in a light manner, and not light as in those situations aren't serious, light as in kind of in a I guess a funny way, in a way that's relatable and just talking about different situations. But
yeah.
today, or did you have something you wanted to?
Nah, that's just perfect. That's a perfect way to explain it right there.
Okay. So today we're gonna talk about something me and Chris have talked about for a couple of years now is basically how we would feel or would we date a girl that has an OnlyFans account. And
Yeah,
so I guess I'll let you take it from there, Chris. Or
I
excuse me,
know.
some guy
Yeah,
one two
you can
five.
call me whatever you can call me. Like I'm not really trying to hide my name. Anybody can figure out who the fuck I am. It's just I just chose that name. I was gonna use my childhood nickname. Like we technically like both got nicknames already. Like J Man
Yeah,
J. Like and my
C
nickname
Rock
was C Rock
Chris.
Chris. But I just like I'm just some guy. Like I had pissed somebody off one time, and I was like, man, why this dude so pissed? I'm just some guy. And like
Yeah.
that's where I was like, oh, I'm gonna just use that name. But either way, I can do an AKA, whatever. But hey, what I was gonna say when I gave my creepy look into the camera. Nah, but is I know this topic has been, we beating a dead horse right now, but I just think we bring a different spin. Every goddamn alpha male podcast, and we ain't an alpha male podcast. Every alpha male podcast and had talked about OnlyFans, but you know, when me and J Man, we had this conversation before, and it went really long. It got really actually deep,
Yeah.
and we were on opposing type of views about it. Because at first, for me, I'm like, fuck no. Like, nah, these women is hoes and these women is just like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. And then like I talk with him, with J Man, and like he just totally like just like had me thinking. Like I was like, God damn it, maybe I'm on the wrong side of that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so
Basically,
like,
what the thing that I said exactly that I think I clicked in your brain was like, some of these girls, they only fuck their boyfriend and record it. So I'm like, how is she a hoe if she's just fucking her boyfriend and making money for showing people?
and I'm like, that's true. You know what I mean? Like it's not like she fucking strangers. She just literally fucking the
Yeah.
dude that she would have been fucking anyway, and just
Like I
filming it.
follow I follow this girl on Instagram. She's had two boyfriends in the last 2 weeks. So it's like I know she fucked two people in the last 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure she didn't get paid for either one of them.
You know, but it's like, damn. If you go put it up on the internet, somebody go watch it, you and your spouse fucking, then who am I to judge? Like I was like, God damn, that
Yeah.
blew my mind right there. I was like, damn, I've been like, and then I actually saw a different podcast. I'm not gonna shout it out, and it was a girl who does OnlyFans, and she was just the same deal. She was just like, I just sell an image of this MILF next door,
Yeah.
and she was like, she's like, I haven't even had sex in like a year. And I'm just like,
Damn.
damn, like it. But you would think because she really is a gorgeous woman and shit like that, like she out there putting that image, you would think that. So I was just like, I just changed a lot of my views on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, some ways I'm still a little bit apprehensive, like because I'm a private person and I keep that aspect of
Yeah.
myself private. And I know you are too. Hey, quick story. First story of fucking the new podcast with me and this dude. Like speaking of just being a private person. Um Me and this dude were hooking up with these girls. They were best friends.
Oh yeah.
And I never even knew. Like this is just how much we don't talk about. Like dudes really don't be talking about their sex. Like we didn't even know. We hang out with each other every day. We didn't even know we were
Yeah.
both hooking up with them. I had to hear from her. Like
Yeah,
she was just
that was funny because I remember one time we had carpooled over there.
yeah, like
And like I didn't say nothing, you didn't say nothing. We just hanging out with these girls, and then I'm kind of like, damn, I kind of wish Chris wasn't here. So I go back to the room, handle
like
business. And then I found out like a month later, you were fucking one of them, I was fucking the other one. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, she was like, and it's funny because it's like they were more open about talking about the way than we were because she was just like,
Yeah,
yeah, because I had went over the apartment and I asked because she lived there and I was like, yeah, where's Hunka? Like, her best friend. She was just like, oh, she over at J House. And I'm like, what the fuck is she doing over at J House? He's like, she's sleeping with him. I'm like, since when? And she's like, she been sleeping with him. And I'm like, does she know that me and him or me and you? She's like, yeah, she was here last time you were here. I'm like, oh yeah. She's like, and I'm like, how long this been going on? He was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, she tells me everything. I know everything. She's like, I know how he likes it. I know everything. I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't even know. Like,
yeah,
did I ask you about it? Like, how come you didn't tell me you were messing with her? He's like, I don't know. If you didn't tell me, I don't know. But that
damn,
shit was so funny. But yeah, like, but back on topic, like dudes, like for the most part, like we keep that aspect, especially if it's a girl we care about. We keep it like private. Like
yeah,
you don't go to the block and brag about like your girl that you care about. Like I don't talk about my wife and like with any of my friends about our sex life like that. So
yeah,
it's just I think that being out there kind of maybe crosses a boundary for me. I don't think I'd be completely not open for it, but it'd be like something to where like like let's say like yeah, me and my wife didn't work out, whatever, and I was dating. I'll be a little bit more apprehensive to like date somebody with OnlyFans for that aspect because it's just like it's like you kind of out there like that, and it's just kind of weird.
yeah. That's fair. For
Yeah.
me, I just remember you asked me the question, and you were like, "Would you ever date a girl OnlyFans?" Like, whenever someone asks me that type of question, my brain automatically goes to both ends of the spectrum of the possibilities. So it's like, what if I had a girl that made like, I don't know, like $700 a month on OnlyFans, and all she did was post pictures of her feet, and that's literally it. No one knows what she looks like,
Mhm.
no one sees her body, and it's just feet pics, and she's making $700 a month. I'm pretty sure 99.9% of men would be okay with that extra $700 in income
Yep.
coming in, and all she's doing is taking pictures of her feet. Then you take it up a step, little bit higher than that. What if she's not fucking nobody on camera, but she's just doing like the lingerie, like you said, the MILF next door type. She's got a little cosplay for the nerds, shit like that. That would be tough. So like I'd have to think about that if I'd be okay like with my girl doing that. But that wouldn't be a deal breaker. What would be a deal breaker? Obviously, I'm not saying there ain't gonna be no boundaries and shit like that. Like for example, I can't get off work and come home and then my girl's like, "Oh, sorry, babe. Like the gangbang's going an hour longer than we expected. Order some Wingstop." I'm over here like, "Hey, man, y'all go with lemon pepper. I like mango habanero. These niggas got their dicks out, getting ready to fuck my girl, and I'm over here taking Wingstop orders."
Hey, Jimmy, what kind of drink you want? You Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke? Oh, you want Diet Coke? All right. Yeah, I know how you are. You like to watch your fit, like
yeah. So like, I couldn't do that, but at the same time, it's like that's just how my mind works. I automatically go to both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So I can't come home and just having niggas in my house fucking my girl. I get off work, but at the same time, she's just kind of doing like subtle shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, even if she's making like $100 a month, $150 off subtle shit, I mean, that adds up.
Yeah.
Some of these women are making hundreds of $1,000s a month.
Yeah.
Doing this shit.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, I saw one girl, and she just kind of threw it out there. Some dude on her Instagram was just like asking her about her titties, and he was like, "Oh, your titties real?" And she was like, 6,000 dudes pay $6 fucking dollars a month to find out. And I was like, so I'm doing the math, and I'm like, like I was like, well, she hit him with that, but like I was like, that's 36 grand a month, like and. Yeah, like, and I'm like, well, OnlyFans takes off they 30%. So I was like, so she making like 20 grand a month. So I'm just like, I don't know. On the other hand, you know what I mean? Because it's like, but like that one girl I saw on that podcast, she said she does the girlfriend experience, and she'd like get on there and message, her fans or like, the people who were like VIP or guest not or whatnot, and like good morning babe and shit like that. And I'm like, dude, like that cross a line. I don't want my wife waking up in the morning texting some other dude good morning babe.
All right, now look at it this way. What if she's doing like that customized shit where like she's talking to her fans back and forth? What if she hires you
to send the message,
to do the texting and do the messages? So you over here talking to these horny ass niggas, and she's like, all the tips or whatever, I'm gonna give you 50%. So now you got a little side hustle talking to these nasty ass niggas. These fucking horny ass motherfuckers just happy to get a good morning message.
Like, oh yeah, girl, I'm stroking my dick to you. Like, oh, yeah. This is
like
weird. This is weird as fuck, my dude. Like. But hey,
we wouldn't even know how to talk to these niggas. Like, I don't know how to talk dirty as a girl. Like that shit they be saying in porn is so motherfucking fake. Sometimes I'll put my dick away.
Yeah,
I'll be watching porn and these white bitches. Oh yeah, I love your fucking fat cock. I'm like, man, cut this shit off. Who the fuck talks like that?
New video. New video, man.
Now sometimes I get so annoyed, I just pull my dick away and go play Apex Legends or some shit. Like I don't got time for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But did you know, I know this is kind of off topic, but did you know in actual porn they give those girls lines like that? That's why it sounds so fake.
Yeah.
They're literally telling these girls what to say. Like no guy ever wants to hear a girl say, "Yes, I love your big fat cock and this teen pussy." Like that's so fucking weird. Like, but once I found out that they're being fed those lines in their little contract or whatever, they have to say it like that, and that's why it sounds so fake.
Yeah,
that's why I like amateur porn. I fuck with amateur porn.
Yeah, shout out to Pornhub. Pay us, nigga. Pay us, Pornhub. Give us a sponsorship. That's some money, Pornhub. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, OnlyFans too. Shit,
OnlyFans.
We're promoting both of them.
OnlyFans, man. Holler at us. Having deep discussions.
How much time we got left, by the way?
We got. It don't tell me till we 10 minutes. So.
Oh, okay.
We still
So
got a minute. We still got a minute.
just so y'all know, we're on the budget plan on Zoom.
Yeah,
So
right now.
we own how much time we get? 40 minutes?
40 minutes. We only get to
All
40, yeah.
right.
So,
It's only gonna be a
my
40-minute podcast this time.
my government check ain't came yet, so I can't get the pro. Shout out to the government for paying for my Zoom Pro, so y'all can listen to us,
Yeah, it's gonna be a
you know.
text right off too.
Yeah, I wonder if they take EBT. I use that too. I'm fucking around, y'all. I'm fucking around. We like Kevin Samuel said, like we building this shit while we flying it. So we just trying this shit out, like we might
Yeah.
try another program. So but we gonna get the pro probably on this. It's easy enough, so but anywho, back to OnlyFans. So like, yeah, there is that. And like I think it's more for me, like currently doing OnlyFans. I don't think I could. Like if I really met like some chick, like I said, me and my wife didn't work out. I really met some girl and I was really like just vibing with her. Really liked
Yeah.
her. And like she had done OnlyFans, you know, I'd have been like, all right, maybe, I'll be a little bit more like into it, you know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
but it's like, you know, like I said, just for me, it's just like I said, like you changed my whole view of it. But like it's just me still, I just the privacy aspect of it, because I'm ultimately a normal dude who live a normal life. I mean, we both are. We got
Hmm.
9 to 5s and shit. And it's just like I don't think that kind of life is for me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I
sex
feel
work.
it.
I don't got nothing wrong with it. I think like, honestly, it's an essential part of a fucking of any society. you you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But let's not get too deep with that. I got philosophical reasons, really, but that's a different conversation. But I just don't think it's something that like I would want. I want to go to PTA meetings and shit. But like, I don't think that's like really like an issue of like women getting found out like that. Cause like,
Yeah, it's becoming more and more common. So like, and like our generation is much more understanding. Like
yeah,
we're not like, oh, you can't show tattoos on your arm or you're at work, or you can't have these types of piercings. Like it's slowly changing to where it's like if somebody is outed or something does come out where somebody had an OnlyFans or something like that, people are now protecting the person that's outed. Like that's their body. They can put out
yeah.
whatever content they want. And like,
Some level it don't matter. Like let's be real. Like we which was like I never really realized how fucked up this was, but we all done seen that Kim Kardashian sex tape. Like I
yeah,
never thought about it. Like, young me is just like, oh damn, like just wanted to see it. But I never thought about even the aspect of consent, about how that was put out without her consent. And like
that's not true.
well, yeah, that's just what I heard. But like
That
maybe it
yeah,
was
she's gonna say that now, but the whole reason for that sex tape was
was to get
for them to become famous.
famous.
Like
Oh, okay,
they're
then
kind
never
of.
mind.
Do you remember the Paris Hilton one that was less popular?
Yeah. I know that
I'm
one. I heard
I'm
that one
pretty
was
sure the Kim Kardashian basically copied that, and then for
I think
whatever reason,
I think she
that
came out
one
first though.
Kim did.
Yeah, I think Kim Kardashian
Oh, I
came out
thought it was the
first.
opposite. Oh,
Nah,
never mind.
Paris Hilton was. I think I'm gonna take her word on it. I don't know what her real. I don't even know her. I'm gonna just take her word on it. I got no reason like to not
Well,
believe her.
Ray J brought up receipts. I thought.
I heard about that. I never looked at it though. So
Yeah,
I mean, if he brought out receipts, then yeah, then all right. But let's just say, for argument's sake, it was non-consensual. That's kind of fucked up.
yeah.
That we
That
all
is a
saw her
problem.
you know, get dick down and
Well,
she
look at
never
it
wanted
this
that to come
way.
out. But like
Let's
my point with bringing it up was just like on some level, like I don't even think about it. Like you see her now,
yeah.
or like you see her, it's like I don't even think about it anymore. Like I just seen her have sex, and now it's just like, I don't even ever think about it. Like people like will bring it up sometimes. I'm like, damn, I forgot she had a sex tape.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I mean?
forget about it too.
Like god damn, like my wife loves watching the show, and I'm just like, dude, like I never think about like, oh, I've seen her sex tape. Like it's like
Hmm.
I don't, it don't matter no more. So I think out in the woman, that initial sting would suck, but then like everybody's just like, who cares? It's like it just goes away. So I don't think it's like as big of an issue as people are sort of making it out to be for the women. the children,
Yeah.
that remains to be seen. Like if you have kids and you know, like these
Yeah,
kids to get
that's
on
tough.
OnlyFans and see your mom naked, like that's gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah. Speaking of roast with friends, could you imagine being freaking our high school and that it came out?
Yeah, man, I'd have been fighting every
Motherfuckers
day.
would be subscribing and
Hmm.
messaging your mom talking shit.
Hmm.
Man, look, I paid for this custom video, nigga. Like,
Yeah. Here's your
look what
mom
your mama
sticking
do for $200.
stick a banana up her ass, nigga, for $200. Nigga, like it's just like so it's that shit'll be we. It's just the future. The
Yeah,
future is just not written yet, so we just got to see. But for us adults, it's just kind of like I found out somebody like who at one of my job spots does that shit, and I thought it was gonna be weird. It's just not.
yeah.
Like it's I don't care. So it's just I'm not sure it's that big of a deal.
Yeah,
You
and
know
what's
what I mean?
funny is like without even realizing it, we went to high school with a girl that ended up becoming a porn
Or
star.
Star. Yeah, I
And
saw we saw
like,
her at the me Drake and saw her at the and Carlos everybody saw her at the AVN Awards.
yeah, so like we kind of, I mean, for us personally, I mean, not other,
Mm,
other people our age, we kind of went through that already. Like you guys saw her after she was doing all that porn. And then
yeah.
what's funny is back then there is no fucking internet that went viral.
Hmm.
Back then it was just MySpace.
Yeah.
So it kind of was word of mouth. I remember one time we was just at one of those like video rental stores, Video Vision in Moreno Valley, and somebody was looking, we're in the adult section, someone's looking like that. God damn, that looks like Mary. So when you walk closer, it's like, that is fucking Mary. What she's doing on this porno adult? Like no one knew for a while. Like she was doing that shit. And then we just slowly started getting the videos and we started buying the videos and then seeing her on the internet. And then
Yeah. And
that shit was crazy.
going to those awards did because I for the audience, I went to the first AVN Awards, which is like the Grammys or the Oscars for porn videos and shit. And so I went to the very first one. Me and a couple of homies went, and like honestly, like it was like a good experience. Not like because it was porn or any of that shit. It's just like honestly meeting like some of the women and shit. It just it humanizes them. You see like, hey, this is a person, and then
Yeah.
like and just seeing how their mind frames are about it. Most of them were like really intelligent, well spoken, and it just really like changed my whole like point of view on the shit. You know what I mean? On like the industry and
Yeah.
just like like damn, they just think about it like a business. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not. I know there's a lot of exploitation in it for the women and shit like that. And it got it. I'm not like saying the porn industry is perfect or what up in it, but just like meeting them like really just changed. Like we like honestly, you talk to them, we laughed with a lot of them. I ended up seeing one of them, which a lot of y'all probably heard of. This chick named Mina Mercedes. I ended up meeting her there, and then I saw her again at Spearmint Right, and like, which is a strip club, and like she's cool as fuck, dude. Like, and she transitioned too, like out of like a lot of people don't even know she runs a fitness like channel and does fitness shit. And a lot
Damn.
of people don't even know that she used to be a porn
I
star.
didn't
So
know
there's
that.
yeah, so she yeah, so it's just it's just like we kind of like just like you said, like we've just kind of moved past that stigma in a lot of ways because it's just
Yeah.
like
Oh
how
yeah, and
we
just I'll say something real quick. Just anybody curious, because I know some nosy ass niggas out there. The porn star's name, who we went to high school with, her porn star name is Jasmine Burns.
yeah,
So if you
Jasmine
want to
Burns.
look up her old material from the
She was on
mid
Howard
two
Stern.
thousands,
She was on Howard
yeah,
Stern. She was yeah, and it's like at first that was kind of weird because we know her brother, everything, but then it's just
yeah,
like you get
that
past
shit.
it,
That
that
shit
shit be
must have. I didn't
awkward.
know her. I didn't know her brother. I know
Yeah, I
that
knew
shit
her
must have been
brother.
weird for
That nigga
y'all. When
was
y'all,
yeah, he was the homie, dude. Like yeah,
that's
fucking
crazy.
fucking it's just a little weird, but then it's just kind of like at this level, it's inconsequential. Like who cares, man?
Yeah,
It's like it's I guess going into like like getting a little deep with it, but it's just more like you know, you don't always gotta value a woman by like her body or something like that. Cause like, a little like I told you already, like I don't even know my wife's body count. Like she don't know mine either. I just like was just like, hey man, it's unimportant. Like she asked me, I
Yeah,
never asked her. And I was like, man, shit, I don't even want to know. That shit's not even important. But it's just like, damn, like I don't think I would if she had a high body count. I don't think I'd like love her any less. So it don't really matter. You know what I mean? Like it's just something we make a bigger deal of than what it actually is.
yeah,
Like a lot of these dudes, like you see this alpha male podcast and bullshit, and they're always just like, oh, we want virgins, we want this and that, and we want women with a low body count. And it's just like, well, having a low body count and being a virgin don't mean the sex is better. And I know that.
yeah,
And we both know that because we both been with virgins. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's like it's more of the compatibility. Like you
Yep.
but a lot of these cats, they not you can just tell. Like I said, like y'all don't get laid like that. So that's why y'all think, oh, I just want a virgin. You want a virgin because you don't want her to compare you to anybody else who she's been with because you're insecure because you don't like
Yeah,
add up. You don't add up in the bed, but you don't want to get any better either. You know what I mean? So
yeah. That's the problem with those alpha male podcasts you're talking about, is because some of the shit they say, like I can relate to and I do agree with, but then like what you just brought up, they're like so full of shit, and it's funny because like they do obviously a whole like hour and a half podcast, and then like it all depends on your algorithm now, like the shit you look at, the shit you like. So like you might see them popping up on your feed over and over and over and agree with like 90% of the shit they're saying, just but like other people like women will be getting the shitty portion of what they're talking about. And that's why you have these people on the internet arguing, going back and forth, men and
mhm,
women arguing about, oh, this, podcasts, they just degrade women and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, they do sometimes, but they also do bring up really good points.
mhm,
Like I remember I seen one of those podcasts where he was talking about like how um women think just existing, just being pretty, putting
mhm,
on makeup, getting their nails done, and
is
having big
enough.
ass titties and a pretty face, they're automatically in the top,
Mhm,
1% of women. And it's
mhm,
like, that's not how it works. Like, if that's all you're bringing
mhm.
to the table, like a real nigga is going to get over that so fast. He's going to fuck you for a couple months.
Yeah,
And then once he's tired of fucking you, it don't feel like new pussy to him no more. He's
yeah,
gonna move on to the next girl that look like you, and that's
yeah.
all it's gonna be. So they
So,
say shit like that, I'd agree with, but at the same time, that virgin shit and
mhm,
men want this and that. It's like, no, real men, they don't really want
want
all
that.
that. Yeah, they just want a real woman that, you come home to, when he's going through it, she's there for him,
Yeah,
shit like that.
it just sucks. I watched this dude. I'm gonna shout him out. FD Signifier. For anybody who's watching, he's a good YouTuber. Um, he brought that up because he was just like, it just sucks because like you look at those alpha male podcasters and those toxic ones, they're always gonna get their say so in the situation. It's because that shit gets people fired up. The algorithm boosts them up because they're getting the clicks and shit. So it's like they're always leading the conversation with their bullshit. And they might say some real shit like you're saying, but it always gets drowned out by the bullshit.
Yeah,
And then we never have the conversations we need to have about like what you just said. Cause like, yeah, a lot of these women do think being pretty is a personality trait or something like, oh, like it's
yeah,
just like, yeah, it'll get you a dude, but it ain't gonna keep one.
yeah,
A lot of these women, you truly aren't nice people. Like you think because you're pretty, you can treat people like shit. We used an example of a couple homegirls, like, I guess I'm not trying to put anybody's name out there, but we both know who we talking about. And you think, yeah, I'm pretty, I can treat people like shit. And
yeah,
and men just get treated like shit sometimes. Like we do a lot of we do, I think, a big men in the group do a big part of like, harassing and do a lot of harm to women. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, but there's a lot of
yeah,
shit that we get for women too. Like, like you try to bring it up, like, you ever walked up to a woman and she might be a really beautiful woman and you just say something to her and she just look at you and just not respond, like you're just not even worth her words, like
yeah,
like you just imagine how that makes you feel, like damn bitch, you could have just at least said no, like or
yeah,
something, You know what I mean? And like a lot of dudes, that shit hurts them. And then like, they're not even allowed to talk about it. They're made fun of, shit like that. And it's just like there's a lot of problems with a lot of it. It just gets drowned out by the nonsense. Like with Kevin Samuels, he brought up a lot of shit that was like solid shit, but it just got drowned out
Yeah,
by a lot of the
that is
bullshit.
true.
Like that's why a lot of men, gravitated towards them, myself included at first. But like it just gets drowned out by the bullshit. And then the people who try to speak real shit, they end up few and far between, you know?
Yeah,
And it's just like, and then you think about what's the point? That's why I drug my feet a lot with this podcast because it's like, dude, we got to put in a lot of work, time, effort, editing, promoting ourselves, and doing all this shit. And it's just like, damn, unless I'm doing some alpha male shit, I don't feel like I'm ever getting anywhere. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
But
and I'm like,
that's fine with me. I'd rather keep it real
yeah, it's just
than,
like,
try to force clicks and likes and
yeah,
retweets and all that. Like, I'd rather us both be ourselves, be real, and have content that actually people need to hear instead of just, oh, what kind of algorithm is, gonna get us some upvotes and all that. So I ain't worried about that.
yeah. But it's just, sometimes, like I said, you just don't want to feel like you're pissing in the wind and shit. You know what I mean? Because it's just,
Yeah.
but just like you said, just like it's like we gotta be ourselves and shit like that. And this shit, so hey man, whoever's gonna learn it, whoever it's gonna hit, it's gonna hit for them. And you know, there does have to be a counter to that shit. Cause just like Trey brought up, like we were talking to the young cats, I asked one of them at the job, like, hey man, you listen to Andrew Tate? And he was just like, yeah, sometimes. I was like, don't. I was like, everything
Yeah.
he say will work for him. I was like, he can be an asshole. He can be on it. He's rich.
Yeah.
He's a kickboxer. He can talk all the shit he want to. He can back it up. He can throw them hands.
Yeah.
Like he rich. He can be toxic. There's always a woman that's gonna put up with it because he's rich. I was like, for you, that's gonna ruin your life. You start acting like him. You know what I mean? So it's just you have to. Hopefully, he received it, and hopefully, whatever. But whatever, man.
Probably not.
Yeah, he seemed like this kid seemed like a good kid. Like I'm just hoping he not like a little he don't seem like a little shithead, but like I said, I'm
Yeah.
hoping. I'm hoping, but who knows? He gonna go right back to listening to Andrew Tate today. And motherfucking the motherfucking forgot what I said. What's that old nigga say? Yeah, like said something about said some kind of nonsense. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember I never listened to the old heads at my job.
yeah.
We used to think we knew it all when we was 20.
And then now grow up, it's like, man, those old niggas do some shit. I was the one who didn't
Yeah.
know shit. Damn.
Yeah. Life humbles you fast. Life humbles you fast.
Old niggas knew what they was talking about. Shit. Like you it's like, God damn, it was me. The one who didn't know what they was talking about. Thought I knew everything. It's
And
easy though.
some niggas our age don't even have that realization.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas is still delusional, wondering why shit don't work out for them. Nigga, you haven't changed since high school.
You 40 still sagging your pants and shit. Talking about where the hoes at, nigga. Like the fucking, you too old to be talking like that.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit. Still asking where the hoes at. Like, if you
You know,
pushing 40 years old, you ain't found the hoes by
yeah,
now,
nah,
nigga.
nigga,
Like,
they
just give
go.
up.
Nigga,
Get on OnlyFans and pay for that shit. Pay for some
shit.
attention. God damn.
Damn, nigga. You see that shit sometimes, and you just like. We were talking about that shit too, because Trey was talking about like we were talking about like those young kids and this slang that they were using, and he was just like, yeah. I said something about having game. He's like, they don't say game no more. They say Riz. And I was like,
Oh
Riz.
yeah, I've seen that.
And I was like, that sounds like a disease you get from the rainforest. Like, I got Riz, nigga. How long you got, nigga? A week,
That
two.
shit do sound like that.
But then I told the young boy, I was like, man, it's all the same thing. I was like, talking to a girl now is no different than when I was 20, when I was your age. I'm like, it's all the same
Yeah.
skill set. It's just different lingo. Y'all say, I got that drip. I don't even know if y'all say that no more. I was like, we said we got that gear.
Yep.
Like hey, you say Riz, we say game. It means the exact same shit, dog. It's just
Yeah.
a different word. Same thing. When you go talk to a woman, you need the same skill set to get her that you needed back then, man. You know, you need to be a likable person.
Yeah.
You know,
Learn how to talk to women like they're actual people and
mhm,
not objects you're trying to conquer.
yeah,
Like
like
that's kind of crazy. Like I was telling you, like when it comes to women, like if you just talk to them like a person, like try to get to know their interests, something like that,
mhm.
take a shower, put on deodorant, get a haircut.
Yeah.
Like you're already in the top 10% of all
Mhm.
the other niggas that try to talk to her. Like niggas don't even take the time
The
to make sure their
shower.
hygiene is on point.
You so wash
Pop
between
in
the
a
ass
breath mint,
cheeks.
nigga. Like and fucking talk to her. Don't just, oh yeah, let me get at you. Like I'm trying to take you on. No, like talk to her. Like ask her what she likes.
Hmm.
Like I say, hey, like what would your ideal date kind of be? Like
Yeah.
see if you guys even have interest. What if she's like, oh, I want to go on like a 10-mile hike, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't doing all that, baby. Like at least you understand off top, and like the fact that
Yeah.
niggas don't talk to women like that is just they're trying to riz, I guess, is what they call it now. Like
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
women, they've heard it all before.
You got
I
less
mean,
than
you
one
might
minute.
come up with a new clever pickup line she hasn't heard, but like after that, what are you gonna do or say? Like you have to learn how to talk to women like they're actual human beings, and like you already surpassed every other nigga that's trying to talk to her just by doing that and taking a shower, just stinking ass, and wash your ass.
Wash
You
between
know
your ass
these
cheeks.
niggas out here, these young niggas think it's gay to wash their ass, to open
Yo,
up their ass cheeks,
yo, we gonna have to end
and
on that though. We got like 20 seconds. What they do. Hey, that's next episode. We gonna pick up. Nigga, next
ass
episode, we're gonna be
cheeks.
washing for your ass cheeks. We're gonna upgrade so we can go for longer too. But
For
yeah, hey,
sure.
thanks for listening. We out. We gonna edit this shit. It's gonna be